Let's continue with the reclosing relays. These relays reclose the circuit breakers automatically to return the transmission line to service after it has been tripped to clear a fault. Reclosing is done only if the line was tripped by a primary relay and only if the fault was the single line to ground fault, like when it happened during lightning. The fault will dissipate after a short time. The arc between the conductors and the tower usually does not reform. Then the line will be re-energized after a period of 0.5 seconds. Let's see the different events that will occur during reclosing, during the fault and after reclosing. So the first event is a temporary fault occurs, then protective relays operate, breaker trip it and power off. Then fault extinguish it, and then the autocloser relay order the breakers to reclose. The breaker will reclose and the power is restored automatically. The overload relays are used to prevent equipment from damage due to the overload, but not used to sense the fault. These relays are not common on bulk system equipment, as it is usually the job of the operator to monitor the system and for overloads and correct the problem before damage occurs. Usually they will only operate under emergency conditions when many lines may be overloaded. There are two major types of overload relays, thermal and magnetic. The thermal overload operates with connecting heater in series with the motor, as we have seen in previous slides. While the magnetic type is used mainly in areas that exhibit extreme change in ambient temperature. Here we can see overload thermal relays, the principle of operation as described before, and a picture of overload thermal relay which is available in the market. Overload magnetic relays, we have here the principle of operation and an example of overload magnetic relay available in the market. Inter-frequency relays, they are used to shed load when system frequency falls due to disturbance, sudden loss of generation. They operate automatically and shed the loads in stages at certain predefined frequencies to arrest the frequency decay. The operator must be aware of the operation of these relays to restore any load that were shed as quickly as possible. Let's consider another frequency relay. Here we have the normal operation of the relay will occur when the frequency doesn't go below 59.5 hertz, so it will continue operating normally. But the relay will trip within 3 minutes in case the frequency goes between 59.4 and 58.5, and it will trip during 30 seconds in case the frequency goes down between 58.4 and 57.9. This table summarizes the relay type, approximate operating time, relay response to which type of faults, and the relay action. As you can see, for the primary relay, the response, the operating time is 0.1 second. The backup from 0.25 to 0.5 seconds. The reclosing during 0.5 seconds. Here we have the relay respond to faults. Here backup respond to faults not cleared by primary relays. The reclosing, they respond to line trip by primary relays. Overload, they respond to high load currents, etc., etc.